Hey everyone, Julian here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this metallic snare in the style of SOPHIE. So this isn't really that hard of a sound to make. I know there's been a lot of confusion about it on the internet, so I wanted to make a video. And before I get into the video, I just want to let everyone know, as per usual, you can get this project file, the serum preset, the samples, everything you need to do what I'm doing this tutorial in the description on my Bandcamp for just $5. It really helps me out, so I'd really appreciate it if you could check that out. Here's the video. So the way I made this was I started with this serum patch. I'll turn this sausage fattener back on. And basically what this is inside of serum, it's a sine wave, this pulse width modulation C64 wave, which is up 2 octaves and 7 semitones. And then what's happening is I'm using like a very extreme amount of FM with them. And then I'm sort of controlling everything, like this wavetable position and this level here, with this LFO, which is set to envelope mode. And all that's doing is it's basically like got this little part here, and then the decay. So this is just kind of to recreate like sort of what an envelope would be like for like a real kind of metal sound like this. After the oscillators, I have this filter, this flange minus filter. It's just adding a bit of metallicness and kind of taking it more in that direction. I'm trying to think of what else. There's FM, so I don't know if I already said this, but I used FM on the 2 oscillators, so they got the FM from B going on. That's also part of the big like metallic sound. Okay, so in here I do have also the hyper dimension, which is set like this. I mean, just kind of some subtle sort of hyper dimension stuff, I guess. I have a little bit of distortion, just to make it a little bit more raw. And then this delay, which has a very short time, and yeah, actually I need to turn that down. But all it's doing is just adding that little bit of metallicness over top of it. So this is a pretty simple patch. I actually based this on a tutorial, which I'm going to put in the description. They used a very similar kind of serum patch to make a little bit of a different kind of sound. But I went ahead and adapted what I saw in that tutorial to this application. So after this, I put on the sausage fattener. It's pretty simple. It's just beefing it up a bunch. It's not, the fatness isn't up too high, but it's just sort of boosting things, I guess. But after that, I bounced it down because I wanted to be able to control the transients and stuff using the fades. So I bounced it down, and basically that sounded like this. So again, just the sound you were just hearing. And then I added a few things. So the first thing I added was a simple delay. And what you can hear this is doing is similar to that delay inside of the serum patch before. Let me turn this off. Similar to that delay inside of the serum patch before. It's just adding a little bit of metallicness. I have very short times on both of these, on both the left and right signals, so you're just getting that like that really quick metallic-y kind of delay. After that, I put on this EQ8 because I wanted to cut a few things and boost a few things. And then I have this erosion on here, which is actually kind of subtle. But you can hear it's kind of adding like, I just felt like it was making it a little bit more metallic at the end in a nice way. I also added this little snare sample underneath, which is pretty simple. It's just a little snare, and then I copy that simple delay on. And this is just to add a little punch. You can hear it's just like a really short snare sample. This on its own wouldn't have quite the right amount of punch. So I added this one, and I think it just gives it a nice little boost, I guess. So those together sound like this. And then I just put the sausage fattener on, which is set like this. So again, very similar to that one before, just kind of subtle, but I did boost the color a little bit, which helps it, I guess. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the sound. It's really not too crazy. I think I need to turn this back down. Yeah, there we go. And then I bounced it out to this. But yeah, it's really not that crazy of a sound. It's kind of difficult with the FM. But the main thing is just to think about it like a real kind of hit. Like, there's a lot of interviews, well, there's a few interviews with Sophie where she describes her sound design process as like, she really thinks about the sound she's trying to make, and what, like, all of her sounds are based on real world things, like, you know, like this kind of snare, like hitting pots and pans or stuff like that. So like she just really thinks about the sound that she's making and how it works like physically, and then does that in the synth. So I did that a little bit here, like with this envelope here, this LFO. I shaped it so there's like this part, which is sort of like the main hit, and then this part, which is just the release. So, you know, it's just a matter of doing stuff like that. And it really shouldn't be too hard. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. Make sure to let me know what you think about this video in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe as well, and potentially share this video. You can also, once again, get all the files from this video for just $5 on my Bandcamp. So I'd really appreciate that. The link is right at the top. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. I'll see you guys again tomorrow for another tutorial.